Have you ever thought about what you would do if a heart attack hit and you were completely alone? It is a frightening thought, and sadly it happens more often than we think. Many assume they will have enough time or that someone nearby will step in, but the reality is those first few minutes matter the most. What you do or do not do can change everything. The good news is, even if you live by yourself or spend most of your time alone, you can still survive a heart attack if you act quickly and know the right steps to take. In this video, we will go over 7 essential things you must do the moment a heart attack starts and you are the only one there. These steps are straightforward, practical, and can save your life. You do not need to be a doctor or have any special tools. You just need to stay calm and be ready. We will walk through everything step by step: how to spot the first signs, what to take right away, how to ease the strain on your heart, and even small actions that might buy you just enough time to get help. Make sure to watch until the end, because the last few steps are often the ones people miss, but they could be what truly saves your life. Do not wait until it is too late to understand what your body is warning you about. Let us begin. Number 1. Recognizing the earliest warning signs. The first and most vital step to surviving a heart attack alone is understanding what it actually feels like, not only in your chest, but throughout your body. Most people expect intense, crushing chest pain, like in the movies. But real heart attacks often start with much quieter signs, which are easy to overlook until the danger has already set in. What you should notice is a deep, uncomfortable pressure or squeezing feeling in the middle of your chest. It can feel like something heavy is pressing on you or like your chest is slowly filling up with concrete. It might also fade and return, tricking you into thinking it is not serious. But if it lasts more than a few minutes or keeps coming back, do not ignore it. Other early signs can be shortness of breath, even without any chest pain. You might feel like you climbed a hill, even if you are just sitting. Some people feel pain in the arm, shoulder, neck, or jaw. Others suddenly feel lightheaded, start sweating cold, feel sick to their stomach, or get dizzy. And in certain cases, especially with older adults or women, the pain may show up more like pressure in the back or stomach instead of in the chest. Take Richard, for example. He is 74 and was sitting at his kitchen table when he noticed a strange tightness under his collarbone. At first it felt like heartburn, but then he realized he could not take a full breath and his hands started to sweat. He recalled reading that not every heart attack begins with pain. So rather than ignoring the feeling, he took action, and that choice might have saved his life. The body often gives quiet signals before a serious event, and when it comes to heart attacks, those early signs are your best chance to respond before real harm begins. If you wait for the dramatic chest-grabbing moment, it might already be too late. So the next time something feels strange, especially if it includes pressure, trouble breathing, or sudden tiredness, stop whatever you are doing. Do not try to push through it. Do not convince yourself it is only heartburn. Spotting those signs early gives you the best chance of survival. Take them seriously, even if they seem minor. They could be your only warning. Number 2. Call emergency services right away. As soon as you think a heart attack could be happening, the next step is to call 911 without delay. Do not wait to see if it passes. Do not try driving yourself. And do not think you are making a big deal out of nothing. Calling emergency responders is not only the fastest way to get medical help, it is the best thing you can do to survive. You cannot just walk off a heart attack. Every second counts. The longer your heart is without oxygen, the more damage it takes. But when you dial 911, trained responders are already getting ready as they head toward you. They bring the tools, medicine, and skills needed to keep you alive, even if your heart stops before you reach the hospital. Even more important, if your condition suddenly gets worse, and that is common, you will not be able to help yourself. That is why trying to drive is a serious mistake. You could faint behind the wheel, cause a crash, or make things worse by delaying proper care. Let the experts come to you. Consider Linda, age 78. She felt a dull pain in her left shoulder, followed by nausea and a cold sweat. She almost called her son. But then she remembered something a nurse once said: if you are alone and think it might be a heart attack, call 911 first. Talk to your family later. So she did. By the time the ambulance got there, her symptoms had grown stronger, but the emergency team was ready. They quickly stabilized her on that phone call ended up saving her life. You do not need to be completely sure it is a heart attack to reach out for help. The dispatcher will not be upset if it turns out to be something else. In fact, they would rather send help you did not need than miss the chance to save your life. Keep your phone somewhere easy to grab, especially if you live alone. If you feel symptoms coming on and cannot speak clearly, press the emergency call button. Many phones have a shortcut for emergency calls even when locked. Find out where it is and know how to use it. If you are still watching this video and finding the information helpful, write number 2 in the comments to let me know. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you do and turn on the bell icon so you will not miss future videos. Your support helps us keep creating helpful content to guide and inform you. Now let us move on. Number 3. Chew an aspirin slowly and calmly. After calling emergency services, one of the most powerful things you can do is surprisingly simple. Chew an aspirin. Not swallow, chew, and take your time with it, even if your hands are unsteady. If you have a regular 325 milligram aspirin available, and you are not allergic or on a blood thinner that makes it unsafe, this one step can seriously improve your chances of surviving a heart attack. Aspirin helps by thinning the blood. It works to slow or even stop the blood clot that might be blocking a heart artery, the likely cause of the heart attack. By chewing instead of swallowing, it enters your bloodstream more quickly. Research has shown this can buy you a few valuable minutes, sometimes even enough to restore some blood flow before help arrives. Ideally, do not take aspirin on an empty stomach unless you have no other choice. But in a heart attack, the risk of a clot is much more serious than that concern. Also, do not worry if the only aspirin you have is coated or slow release. Chew it anyway. The goal is to get it working as fast as possible. Take Joe, age 72, for example. One morning, he felt a pressure in his chest that spread to his neck. He remembered there was aspirin in the kitchen. He chewed one while sitting down and waited for paramedics. Later, his doctor said that single step may have lessened the damage to his heart. That little pill, he was told, probably kept things from getting worse. If you live alone, make sure aspirin is easy to find. Keep some in your bedside drawer, kitchen, or even your wallet. Check that it is not expired. Let your loved ones know where you keep it in case they need to assist you. This step may feel too basic, but it is backed by solid science and used by emergency professionals around the globe. Chewing aspirin at the first signs of a heart attack is not just advice. It is a proven life-saving method. And in those critical first moments, it might be what helps you make it to the hospital or not. Number 4, sit or lie down to protect your heart. Once you have called for help and taken an aspirin, your next move is simple, but extremely important. Stop moving. Sit down or lie down in the safest, most comfortable position you can manage. This is not the time to walk around, gather items, or open doors, unless it is absolutely necessary. Any extra movement places more pressure on your heart, which is already struggling to get enough oxygen. Ideally, sit with your back supported, feet flat on the floor, and arms resting gently. This posture helps reduce strain on your heart while you wait for medical help. If you begin to feel faint or lightheaded, lie on your side with your head slightly raised and avoid trying to push through the discomfort. That kind of thinking might have worked in other situations, but right now it is a risk you should not take. Many people feel awkward asking for help and then just sitting there waiting, but make no mistake, doing nothing is doing something. Staying still gives your heart a chance to settle, helps you breathe more slowly, and prevents your body from using up the little oxygen it still has. Take Alice, 81, as an example. When she felt pressure spreading across her chest, her first reaction was to tidy up and prepare herself. But she remembered her doctor once said, "If you think it is your heart, sit down. Everything else can wait." So she sat in her recliner and waited for help. Later, she learned that staying still may have stopped her symptoms from turning into a full cardiac arrest. So if you ever feel chest pressure, trouble breathing, or dizziness, stop immediately. Do not try to finish what you are doing. Either stay where you are or move just enough to reach a safe place. Sit or lie down, breathe slowly, and let your body focus on one thing, staying alive. Here is another small detail that is often missed. If you are sitting in a chair without armrests, avoid slumping. Keep your back supported and allow your chest to stay open. The more relaxed and upright you are, the less your heart has to work. If you are still watching this and find the information helpful, please comment number 4 below so I know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss future videos. Your support helps us keep making useful and informative content. Now let us continue. Number 5. Unlocking your door for emergency responders. If you still have some strength after calling for help and settling into position, one of the most useful things you can do is unlock your main door. It might seem like a small task, but in emergencies, every second counts, and a locked door can delay life-saving treatment. Paramedics are trained to break in if needed, but forced entry adds time, causes damage, and could even startle or harm you if you are nearby. Unlocking the door ahead of time allows emergency responders to come straight in and begin treatment right away. That simple action could save precious minutes your heart might not have. If you live by yourself, especially in an apartment or gated complex, think ahead before an emergency ever happens. Can your door be opened easily from the inside? Is your address clearly visible? Is there a spare key someone nearby can reach? These questions may not feel urgent now, but they become critical when time is running out. Take Paul, 76, who lives in a small condo. When his symptoms started, he called 911, chewed an aspirin, and unlocked his front door, all in under 2 minutes. The paramedics said that step alone helped them get to me 30 seconds faster and saved them from breaking in, he recalled. I never would have thought of that, but it probably got me help in time. If getting to your door feels unsafe, do not try. Stay seated and focus on breathing. But if you are near the entrance and feel stable enough to get there, go ahead and unlock it. You might also look into a smart lock with remote access, or a secure lockbox for your spare key, especially useful if you live alone or have limited mobility. It is a small act of readiness, but it shows the responders you are prepared. You have done your part. Now they can do theirs. Number 6. Using your phone's speaker or medical ID features. If you are alone during a heart attack, your phone becomes more than a way to call. It becomes your lifeline. One of the smartest ways to use it during that time is by switching to speakerphone. This lets you talk with emergency services hands-free, so you can focus on breathing and staying calm without needing to hold the phone to your ear. When you are stressed, even holding a phone can make it harder to breathe. Using speakerphone eases the physical strain and makes your voice easier to hear. If you suddenly feel too weak to talk, the dispatcher can still hear what is happening in the background. Your breathing, your movements, even changes in your tone. And there is something else every smartphone offers that is just as valuable: an emergency medical ID. On an iPhone, it can be accessed even when the screen is locked. Many Android devices have a similar feature. This holds essential details, like your age, medical issues, medications, and allergies. If you are unconscious when paramedics arrive, this can help guide their care immediately. Consider Susan, 79. She passed out moments before help got there. But since her phone had her medical ID set up, paramedics instantly saw she had diabetes and was allergic to penicillin. That prevented them from giving her anything that could have made things worse, and they were even able to call her daughter using the emergency contact saved in the phone. Setting this up takes less than 5 minutes, and it stays there for good. Add your name, date of birth, health conditions, medications, and anything else important for your safety. Allergies and 1 or 2 emergency contacts. It is not just something for tech experts. It is for anyone who might need help someday but cannot speak for themselves. So if you ever notice the early signs of a heart attack, use your speakerphone. Stay connected and listen to the person on the other end. Their calm voice, clear directions, and steady presence can make the waiting feel a little less frightening. And if something happens before help gets there, your phone might still speak on your behalf when you no longer can. If you are still watching and finding these points helpful, type number 6 in the comments so I know you are here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I suggest you do and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future videos. Your support helps us keep making useful content that informs and motivates. Now let us move ahead. Number 7. Slowing your breathing to help steady your heart. During a heart attack, it is common to feel overwhelmed. Your chest tightens, thoughts race, and every second feels longer. But there is one thing still under your control: your breathing. And if used properly, it can help calm your nervous system just enough to give your heart a better chance of staying stable. Breathing slowly will not stop the heart attack, but it can prevent your body from slipping into full shock before help arrives. The more anxious you feel, the faster your heart might beat. But controlled breathing can help slow that rate down. You do not need a special method. Just try this. Breathe in slowly through your nose for about 4 seconds. Hold it briefly, then breathe out gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat. Focus only on that simple rhythm. It gives your body something steady to rely on and may help stop stress from triggering serious heart rhythm problems. Take Frank, 83, for example. When the pain struck, panic almost took over, but he remembered a breathing method his doctor had once taught him. He focused on each breath, stayed still, and let the fear go. By the time help arrived, his heart was still unstable, but he had not gone into cardiac arrest. "I just kept telling myself, stay calm, stay alive," he later said. You can practice this type of breathing anytime, while resting, feeling nervous, or even watching television. The more often you do it, the easier it becomes for your body to return to that rhythm during a real emergency. Your breath will not fix blocked arteries, but it can buy you time. It can keep oxygen flowing and help your heart keep going. And in those final moments before help arrives, that may be exactly what you need. Stay still. Stay alive. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, surviving a heart attack alone is not just about being lucky. It comes down to being ready, staying aware, and taking calm, clear steps. These 7 actions might seem small one by one, but together, they create a strong chain that could save your life. Know the warning signs. Call for help without delay. Take aspirin if it is safe. Sit or lie down to save your energy. Make it easier for help to find you. Use your phone's features carefully. And control your breathing to keep your heart steady. Each of these actions buys you some valuable time. Each one gives you a bit more control. And, most importantly, they show that even when you are by yourself, you are not without options. A heart attack can feel like one of the loneliest moments, but these steps are proof that you are not truly without help, not even for a moment. You now have useful tools, the right information, and a clear plan to follow. So, ask yourself, what did you find most meaningful today? Was there a step you had never thought about? Or maybe one that made you look at things differently? Consider how you can take these ideas and apply them in your daily life. You might even decide to pass this on to someone close to you. It could end up saving not only your life, but theirs as well. Thank you for spending time with us today. We would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in real life. Your feedback really matters to us, so feel free to speak your mind. Reading your comments gives us real motivation to keep going. If this video helped you or you found it useful, please give it a like, subscribe, and consider sharing it. Your support allows us to keep making helpful content that informs and encourages. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.